everybody, this is Cybertron John, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Transformers Age of the Primes Armada Sideways. It has been a proper while since I've done a video. Been quite busy with other things, more personal things that have been taking my attention, but I'm back. Anyway, so taking a look at the packaging here. Here is Sideways in there, and you can see Mirror down in the box there as well. We got some box art there with his bike mode. We have got Sideways on the side there with his Unicronia, like non-alliance head there. We'll get more to that in a bit. And then here is part of the Age of the Primes diorama here with Prime or Star Optimus, Megatronus, and Liege Maximo. And then on the back of the box here, you've got all sorts of things that he can do. And head swap gimmick still not present. Well, not present on the box, which is a bit misleading in terms of everything that this figure can do. But that is about it for the packaging. So I will take him out of the box and we'll see how he comes packed. So, as you can see, how he comes packed is like this. The plastic ties here holding him down, and Mirror as well. And they've gone for a plastic baggie instead of the paper that they've been doing previously, which is interesting. So I suppose there's been some... I don't know whether they've just done it for this one, or perhaps there's been feedback about the paper, the tissue paper, how, being used in the boxes and stuff like that. That has led to them making this change. But, I'm not sure. It might just be something that's with this figure. Anyway, if you would like to see any more videos like this, or discussions, or anything that I do that is 3D printing on this channel, then please do like, comment, and subscribe. Now, without further ado, I'm going to take him out of the insert sleeve of the box here and get on to reviewing him. Okay, so here he is out of the box, and as you can see, he comes with an awful lot of pieces from this baggie that are just loose. So I'm going to go ahead and stick them all in. So the exhaust pipes are on 5mm ports, and they just plug into his arms. Plug into the side of his arms there. At the very back, got this piece here, which I believe 2 parts of the cycle go into. So I'm not exactly sure as to which piece goes where. But I'm going to plug that one in there. I'm going to plug this one. Actually, might be the other way around. Might be the other way around. Yeah. But yeah, they just plug into the back there. More or less. I'm going to take another look at the box to make sure. Yep, that's the correct way. So that is the correct formation for it. There we go. And then we're left with these 2 bits here. So, the big unfortunate thing about the minicons for me, Rook and Crosswise, is that, unfortunately, I was so very correct in my analysis of those CAD renders, just looking at them as they were spinning around and just seeing there was no articulation whatsoever for those legs or those arms for either of them, and it meant that you are going to have to do parts forming, that you have to rip the legs off of one, rip the arms off the other, and that is just quite the unfortunate thing, which has probably led to the budget cuts here as to how you are getting 2 minicons in a Voyager class box. But I do think that it's doing a bit of disservice to these two minicons, given the fact that the other minicons, especially the ones that we've seen that are coming in this multi-pack with Red Alert, it doesn't look like they've skimped out on any articulation there, especially with like the conversion engineering or anything like that. So it does feel a bit, yeah. But to be fair, these guys, they gotta do quite a lot in terms of just being ambitious at the size and scale that they have to be today, because they do have to combine into mirror here. They have to become their own two little minicons, and then they've also got the head gimmick. So we're not going to focus, in actual fact, we are going to focus on Sideways for now, but we're going to focus on the minicons in a little bit. So we're going to take a look at Sideways first. So here is Sideways in his neutral kind of look. Yeah, I'll get to this. I'm talking about that bit, the emblem stuff in a bit. But yeah, here he is. The sculpting on this is quite good. I really like how chunky he is. I do find this a very interesting, yeah, in terms of the pelvis area. From the side there. From the back, he's not really much to look at from the back, to be honest. Anyway, so articulation-wise, his head is on a swivel. It's quite tight. He can look up. He can look touch down. It's got a very flat, yeah, it's a very flat head, to be honest, as well. The arms do full 360. They can go out to the side. You've got a upper bicep swivel there. You've got a bend at the elbow that is 90 degrees, and you've also got ball jointed fists, so they have a little bit of wiggle here and they can rotate. You have got a waist swivel. The legs can go ahead and kick that far forward and kick very far back. They can go out to the side on soft universal ratchets by looks of things and go further than the full splits. There's an upper thigh rotation there. 90-degree bend at the elbow. And then you've got toe swivel and you have ankle pivot. So there's actually loads that this figure does. And I dare say the articulation for sure is actually way above the original Sideways, as from the waist down, he was a literal brick. So, I'm just gonna... So, size comparison wise, I am going to bring in fellow Voyager class Prime here. So you can see how he is there. For more of an Armada themed comparison, here he is with leader Megatron from Legacy Evolution. So you can get what the scale is with that there. So first thing that I'm going to do is we're going to look at these extra bits, because I didn't know that you could do this, but until I saw it with the review of that toy guy did to do with Sideways, that you can actually take the arms and the legs here and you can create, and I say that, you can kinda create a little miniature guy there. And it's kind of cool. It's like a Russian doll. It's like the whole Russian doll concept. So at least there's that you can do with the pieces, which is great. I got a little bit of mold flesh on that peg. Yeah, so we'll put those aside for now until they come in handy in a bit. But anyway, here is mirror. And, well, looks pretty good for it. The head does not swivel. The arms are on ball joints. You've got ball jointed, kind of like gorilla arm stuff there. There is waist rotation. If you take this panel down there, and you can do the waist rotation there. Legs go forward that much. Can go back that much. He's got knees there. He's also got toe. He's got toe pivot as well. So that is articulation from there. And then conversion-wise, to turn them into Rook and Crosswise, you take that panel there and plop it there. You then pull him in half. We're gonna do this one first. So what you gotta then want to do is you are going to want to take this, because this is the front here. You want to take that face there. You want to rotate the knees around here. And then you want to bring in the set of arms and you slide them over the top there. And then we've got one minicon. Then you're going to want to take top lad, you're going to want to just fold that there so that the head's revealed, and then you want to take the peg that's underneath there and just plug his legs in, and then we have the other fella. So here are both Rook and Crosswise in their subjective little minicon modes here. Articulation is obviously the same as with the mirror. So top one here, you've just got the arms, and bottom is just the legs because their heads are bricks, basically. But yeah, bringing them in there. As you can see, there is some sculpted detail to the heads there. I mean, quite a bit, to be fair, for a 3mm peg diameter that they gotta sculpt it to, so that's quite good. And here is the other one here. Not so easy to actually see the sculpting because he's got, there we go, I can try and get a little bit there with the flash of light there. Good. Yeah, there you go. So we're gonna get onto the gimmicks of Sideways here, and the first one that we're gonna do is we are going, well, he's got two here, so I'm just gonna do this just because we got it here. So he's got the faction switching gimmick, so he's an Autobot right now, and I can flip the faction so that he is a Decepticon instead. So there you go, you can see that, and you can just fold them back and forth, and I don't think it matters. I'm going to just stick him as, I think, Decepticon right now. And now we're going to go to the head gimmick. So the first thing you want to do is you want to just do a little bit of the transformation here, which is unpeg the arms here so that we can bring this forward. And then what that means is that we can take his head and we can dip this down into chest cavity, and we want to also get these handlebars, get those out of the way as well. And then what we can do, and after that what we can do is we can basically plug this all back together. So now we're gonna do the first one here. So take his legs off first. There you go, fold them up, and you are going to I think you do this basically, and then using the head of the minicon, you just plug him in, and here you go. You've got, I think this is the Autobot faction head here. I believe the one that I use for the Autobots. It's got this one. This one looks more evil actually than, and should be a Decepticon really. So there is that. And then for the other one, you want to take the arms, slide them off, put him up like this, and then kind of take his legs here, kind of pose them as like antlers, like, yeah, and then you can plug it in like so, and then that's the other one, that's the other head there. A little bit nuts. It's a cool concept. I'm pleased that the playability's there. But yeah, it is what it is. I think with just some of the limitations that have meant that they've been able to do this pretty much. Anyway, so I am going to stick him back to the mirror configuration here, because we're going to go to bike mode. So, to transform Armada Sideways here, first thing you are going to want to do is you're going to want to come to these parts here that have the exhaust pipes for the bike mode, and you're going to take his fists and you're going to pop them into those cavities in the forearms like so. You are then going to take these and undo the slot here from the tab on the side of the front part of what will become the bike. And just to say about when you're taking it back to robot mode here, it's on a double hinge here. So if you want it to properly lock in flush, you are going to want this area here with the double 90 to be flush, straight, square, so that it definitely goes in and it doesn't want to pop out. What you are then going to do next is, well, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take the head here. You are going to remove it from the chest area here. Peg there, that goes into the top of there. And we are also going to take the windshield here, the front shield part of the bike here. And then what we're going to do is we are going to rotate it around like so, because this is going to be the front of the bike here. And based on that, I'm then going to bring those panels there forward. So what this is going to do then is this is going to give me the clearance to be able to take the wheels here, and we're going to bring this one out. We are then going to bring this one out as well, and then spin it a full 180 here. I managed to be able to do that without any of it coming to bits, and then we can just bring that like that. Now we can start to make the front of the bike here. So you want to take this mud flap here, well, this guard here, and you want to align it up so that you got this slot here and you got a peg right here and those are supposed to meet. Supposed to meet and lock into place. Then we can finish with where the head's going to go, and we can just pose the handlebars wherever they are going to end up going. We can just, what we can do with the arms now is we can take these and we can have these facing out. So we got the purple facing out there, and we're going to come back to these in a bit. We're going to go to the legs now. So the legs, what you want to do is you want to take the front panel of the legs here, and also you want to rotate the feet so that they're like this, because this area here is what's going to form the seat of the bike. And then very Combiner Wars styled, but by today's standards, a very refined version of it that's quite tight. You want to then collapse the legs up into themselves. Same verse, just like the first. And we want to do doing the same thing to the second one. Obviously, make sure you don't use the actual knee bend, otherwise it's just going to make things a little bit more challenging. And then what you want to do there is you want these at an angle, so there is a slight recess on the inside of the lower legs that a tab on the wheel there is going to sit on, and that is where these legs allocate. And then we can bring, what we can then do is we can start to bring the panels for the bike into place. Although it is proving a bit fiddly right now. There we go. That looks pretty darn close. And now we can just finish up. We can finish up with the arms here. We can, with a tab and slot, bring them together. And then we got big tab in there that slots into the bottom of the bike. There we go. And that is Sideways in his bike mode. So here is Sideways in bike mode here. And it's a very easy conversion, to be honest. There were some things that I did not expect in it, like the conversion of the whole head section here with the windshield here and stuff. I didn't expect that. Anyway, the wheels roll. There's just about enough clearance with all the junk that's under there. And you can take your mirror, and I believe he can hold the handlebars. Have him holding handlebars. Have him holding the handlebars, riding sideways here. And if you want any more extra firepower, then you've got some 3mm pegs on the side where you can turn the extras into some side guns here for Sideways there. There we go. Comparison wise is fellow motorcycle crowl here. And then for a Voyager scale 1, here he is with Alpha Trion in vehicle mode. So that is it for my video review on Transformers Armada Sideways. He is a very, very cool figure. I definitely think that he is better than the original. It is a bit sad about the areas with the minicons that they have cut costs on, but to be fair, in this day and age, at the scale that they're at, it was really ambitious, and I think it would be really difficult to actually pull it off without parts forming. That is it for this video, and I'll see you all on the next one. This has been Cybertron John. Peace out.